Do you remember the movie The Shawshank Redemption? If you haven't seen it, you should. The most powerful dialogue in the movie goes like this. Tim Robbins says, "There's something inside that they can't get to. They can't touch. It's yours." Morgan Freeman, "What are you talking about?" Hope. Hope. Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. Now, I know I can't do the scene justice. I'm no Morgan Freeman. But let's think about these words. What impact does hope, or the lack thereof, have on the stroke recovery journey? Let's continue our story. Since the swelling in the brain has subsided and there was no new swelling, Joshua was medically stable to move up to the general neurological floor. This is where reality hit us real hard as Joshua's deficits became more evident and we realized how much the stroke had stolen from him. It's like his hard drive was completely wiped out and we had to recover the files and restore the lost data. But the greatest deficit we were left with is aphasia. Aphasia. Such a poetic word for such a gut-wrenching disability. And if having aphasia was not enough, Joshua was diagnosed with global aphasia. Global aphasia, the most severe form of aphasia, refers to a communication disability that affects all aspects of language: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. It is often caused by a stroke, brain injury, or tumors when the language network of the brain, located in the left hemisphere, is severely damaged. The very first words Joshua spoke were, "What time is it?" in Korean. He also used some expressions like, "Oh, come on." I realize now that these were automatic phrases for him, much like singing happy birthday in the last chapter. But why was he singing happy birthday to Joshua? Did he think it was his birthday, or was he just being silly? Neither. This is aphasia. For a few days, Joshua kept saying EMCM over and over again, sometimes even while sleeping. He would look at us very intently, hold our hands, and say EMCM. Sometimes it would be followed by a rising intonation, like he's asking a question. EMCM? And sometimes he would say those words just very matter-of-factly. EMCM. This is aphasia. It was bewildering and heartbreaking, and so not funny at the time. But now, now EMCM is the most hilarious meme in our household. We were only in the general neuro unit for 3 days, but it was an intense 3 days as we packed in as much therapy as Joshua's brain would allow. The PT got him walking, the OT got him to button his shirt, and the SLP got him to say his name. But that wasn't enough. So the HTs, or the Hong therapists, had to step in. We brought materials from home and the office to reteach the basics. Jennifer, the oldest, spent hours teaching her dad the alphabet, counting to 10, telling time, days and months, and writing his name. But when a break was needed, Justin, the middle child, took over with magic tricks and card games for laughter therapy. And at the end of the day, Bethany, the youngest, wrapped it all up with cuddle therapy. Inside the hospital, Joshua had a solid medical and rehabilitation team. Outside the hospital, Joshua had an army of people praying for him. And this, right here, the power of prayer, is where our hope comes from. So no, hope is not a dangerous thing. But the real danger is, if you're not careful to hold on tight, you can lose it. Just an hour before our transfer from Vancouver General back to Langley Memorial, a therapist I have never seen before came to check in. I don't remember the purpose of her visit, but I do remember one thing. She almost took something from me, my hope. Immediately after I said, "My husband understands everything I say," she quickly responded, "No, he has global aphasia. He doesn't understand everything you say." She must have realized the sting of her words because she softened her tone right away and said, "I just don't want you to get your hopes up. That's all." It is true that my husband understands everything I say. He knows my voice and its various inflections. He knows my expressions, both verbal and nonverbal. And he knows my heart and which words are not needed to describe. The therapist tried to protect me from high hopes, not realizing that this hope is the very thing protecting me and holding my broken pieces together. But I'm thankful for my brief encounter with this therapist because now I'm prepared, knowing that there will be people on this long journey who may inadvertently take our hope. I am now a mama bear, fiercely protective of what I hold most dear. So I packed up our personal belongings to leave Vancouver General Hospital. I made sure to carefully take my precious hope with me. You can't touch it. It's mine. My favorite line from Tim Robbins at the end of Shawshank Redemption goes like this. Remember, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies.